Okay, here we have our client Sam McGuire performing a shoulder press in the squat rack. You can see as he's handling this 95-pound weight that his core looks stabilized. He's tucking his head back so he can bring the bar down to the chest and extending both arms upwards. Sam can clearly handle this weight and there is not much of a biomechanical problem at this point of the exercise. You can see him bang out a few more reps right here. Slowed down, you can still see both arms are moving at the same rate. Little look to the camera. He brings it back down and racks it. Now Sam has upped the weight by another 20 pounds. At this angle here, you can start to see the left side of the barbell starting to dip a little quicker and come up a little slower than the right side. Sam being right-handed, this could be an indication of muscular imbalance, just having a dominant right hand over the left. As you can see, the bar there is just a little off axis to the left. As the reps go on, this becomes more apparent. Even as he racks it, you can see that he's favoring his right arm. Now this is the final set with 245 plates on there, so that's up another 20 pounds. And you can see slight rounding of the lower back as he tries to push the weight up. So we're going to have to try and strengthen Sam's core a little bit. Also, he's basically turning this into a push press now as he shoots off his knees. A little push off the knee there and to failure. Next, Sam went into some dips. And you can see he's got great form here. The upper arm is coming down to 90 degrees. He doesn't have too much movement in his body right now. So he's got a nice stable core so he can easily handle his own body weight at this point in the workout. You can see he's still coming down to about 90. His body position is still good at this point in the exercise. Crossing of the legs will help him from swaying, and he completed the set without any issues. Now we're going to add some weight onto Sam here. A 30-pound dumbbell between the legs. Weight the dips. You can see he's still coming down to a perfect 90 degrees. Extending up. He still has great torso stabilization. The legs are not yet flailing. He gets a nice hold at the bottom there. He's still extending upwards. Still getting down to 90. A little waver in the form there at the top. Right here. Barely gets down to 90. And one more. Next, I got Sam to do some eccentric longer counts. So he was doing about a 5 count down here. You can see he does use a little momentum there to push back up, which you want to avoid, and the body position goes a little wild on that one. So what we want here is him not to have to kip up like that. It'll keep his body more stable and he will get more isolation in the triceps. This is also a little later in the session, so fatigue may be setting in here. But no matter what, form should not suffer if we are doing this correctly. Down to 90, extending up. You can see the wavering in the body positioning there. We want to slow that down, really concentrate on the movement. He really slowed this one down here, right down to 90, up. As we move into some bent over row here, it's got a 95-pound bar. He's squeezing the shoulders in the back at the top of the movement, letting them extend, bringing it back up again. You can see the nice flat lower back there. Ideally, we would like Sam to tuck his chin here to keep more of a neutral spine, but like a lot of people, he likes to look in the mirror just to check his own form. There, he tucked his chin. Again, you can see his head is up, still has a very nice flat back. There, he tucks the chin. That's the perfect position right there. And we've upped the weight again by another 20 pounds. You can see he's starting to get a little curve in the lower back there at the end. And then we moved into some deadlifts. And we've got the same problem here as we had before. As Sam is looking in the mirror, ideally, his chin would be tucked and he would maintain that nice neutral spine. His shoulders are not rounding too much at the bottom of the movement. That's all good. He's not dipping his hips too much as he extends up. You can see his arms are just outside of the knees. That's where we want it for this movement. And if you really examine the video, boom, right there you can see a nice tight glute squeeze. And that's what we're going to want to get the proper activation. Okay, so we've examined Sam's 4 exercises. Starting with the shoulder press, we're going to want to unilaterally train the left shoulder and the tricep a couple heavy sets per week. Say 2 of his workouts, add an extra set of heavy weight, 3 to 5 reps on that left side to try and get rid of that muscular imbalance. Moving on to the dips. We want to strengthen Sam's core, do some back extensions, a few more core exercises, Russian twist, crunches, leg raises, a few bicycles. It's going to stop him from wavering so much on the upward push of his dip, and it's going to help him keep that proper form longer. For the bent over rows, like I said in the video, he's going to want to tuck his chin to keep that nice straight line in the posterior chain, and that's going to help him be a lot more efficient. He's not going to have a sore neck, and it's just good practice to keep that good form. So to fix that, we're going to lower the weights on his usual rows, really concentrate on the form, forgetting about the mirror, and hopefully that'll work out for him in the long run. And finally, the deadlifts, the same problem there again, not tucking that chin. not using his biomechanics to his full potential. You can also see the right leg is pushing a little harder than the left leg, another case of muscular imbalance or just being right-handed, right-bodied. But for the most part, Sam's form is good. To maybe step it up a notch, we're going to lower his weights on the deadlift as well and keep going until he's got that mastered, the form, the nice tin chuck, good neutral spine, strong posterior chain, and that's going to work out great. Beauty.